Hello everyone and welcome back to another video of Brookhaven, and today we are going to be checking out the new utility update in Brookhaven. But before starting, make sure leaving a like, subscribing to the channel, and we'll get started, which I know you already see the quick chat up there, which I am one of the ones that got access to, and to answer some of your questions. Yes, the Winter Olympics update is still here. The mall and gas station have not come back yet, so yes, they're probably gonna be here for a third week, I'm assuming, but yeah, they're still here. But anyways, without further ado, let's jump into the logs. So here is the new utility update. 3 utility vehicles, chili picker truck, scissor lift, sewage truck, utility props, 14 new electrical props, private servers update, prop saves, server-wide announcements, faster props spawning, quick chat, new quick chat features at the top left of your screen. So yes, we got a ton to check out in this update, which we will check out now, which first, you've already seen the quick chat, but we'll actually test this out. So if you click this where it says, where the lightning bolt up there is on the chat, you'll see all these options come up here with the quick chat. So you have all these options. They even have emojis in this as well, and you actually have cooldowns in this as well. So if you click one, you actually have a cooldown you're on. So obviously, I can type something like hello, just for example, and okay, I spelled bellow. I meant hello. Okay, there we go. So it says hello, but if you click hello on the quick chat, you'll actually see it appears in a different color. And it also, if you look in the Roblox chat, like I said, it does appear in the Roblox chat. But beyond that, it says quick chat, which means it tells people in the server that you've actually used quick chat to type this message. So like, if you type the difference, like I say hello, and then you type this, it appears in a different color, so you can kind of see that. And then with the cooldown as well, so if you click on, you see that there's a cooldown on it, which is pretty cool. So yes, there's a lot of parent options here. Haha, lol, lol. And just a lot of options for your necessary roleplay needs. We even have a fire one as well, and then a skull emoji as well. And then we have an angry emoji, a sad, happy, laughing emoji. All those, and then the stop one. So yes, you do have a cooldown with this as well, which honestly, the cooldown one is going to be cool. So as you can see, it just says quick chat up there, just to indicate that I was typing this. So yeah, this is pretty cool. This is definitely going to help out with all the people in Brookhaven to chat with each other again, so they can bypass the verification age check with Roblox. So this will be quite nice, and it's safe chat, so you probably won't be getting tagged for this as well, or hashtagged, or seeing the little lock icon as well. So yeah, that one's pretty cool. And that one's also pretty cool. But next thing we want to talk about, before we get into all that, the vehicles and stuff, is the new prop manage. So this is the server prop manager, which this one actually lets you save your builds. So no, as you can see, it says no props placed in the server, but if I go and get a prop, I'm just gonna get one, for example. So if I were to just place down one of these Olympic props, it will, and you go into it, it will actually show you that you actually have a prop placed down in the server. So they must have increased the limit, because it says 500 props spawned. So yeah, that's pretty cool, and you can actually view it. Like, there's also now an option to view the objects. So now you can actually view it from a camera, which is cool. It's called prop camera. So yeah, you can actually view it from a camera as well. So it's kind of like the house system, but for the props. And then to delete it, you can hit that button, and then there it goes. No props placed in the server. So yeah, that one's gonna be pretty cool as well. But now on to the actual new stuff, which we're gonna be checking out the new vehicles now. So here's the new vehicle. I think this one's the utility crane truck, whatever whatever it was called. Okay, so this one is the utility crane truck, which they use for the power lines and stuff like that. So this one is one of those ordinary bucket cranes you see put up for power lines. Here's all the options. So this is the down one, and it actually raises super high. Like, I'm still pressing it, and it like raises all the way up there. It's almost like the height of the apartments building. And then to put it back down, you just do this, which is pretty cool as well. Yeah, there we go. And now it's back down. And then to move it sideways, you can do that as well. And then you can lift it up as well, which is pretty cool. Then there it goes. Now you have a utility truck. And then the next one is the sewage truck. So this one actually, public waste services, waste handling. So this one's actually quite interesting. This one also has a hose as well with it. And then this one actually pulls out waste. So you can pour waste everywhere with this one, which is why it's called the waste truck or whatever. And then this also pours out stuff too, which is pretty cool. A lot of green stuff. And then this valve up here, which I guess you can't open. I thought you could, but I guess you can't. And then if you actually walk into it, you can see all this stuff in here too, which is pretty cool. Let me out. And then we have, obviously, the driver's seat to, like, drive it around and stuff. Yeah, that one's also pretty cool as well. Oh, my gosh, And then we have the chili... No. This was the cherry picker, I think. This one is the forklift or the scissor lift. Yeah, this one's the scissor lift. So this one is the ordinary lifts, kind of like it's the forklift is the other name for it. So this one you actually raise it up, and then you can drive it around like this, which actually raises up. The only thing I don't like about this is if you jump off, you're kind of unable to get back into it. You kind of need like the ladder prop to get back into it. Because as you can see, I'm jumping, but I can't get back into it. So you kind of need a prop. If you accidentally jump off, you kind of need a prop to get back up there because you're kind of stuck unless you want to respawn the vehicle. But yes. And now we're going to check out the new props. So now let's actually go to the new props. And here's all the new utility stuff here. So here is the new transmission box, I think. Yeah, so this is the high voltage one, and you can actually open it and flip all these switches in it too, which is pretty cool. And then you can close the door. And then this next one is the large pole. That one's pretty weird. Yeah, this is one of those power lines or whatever, one of those power poles. That one's also pretty cool. And then we have the second variant of it, which is this one right here, which has the electrical boxes on it, which is cool. And then we have this guy right here, which I think if you touch it somehow, you kind of get electrocuted. I'm not too sure on that. Yeah, there you go. You kind of get electrocuted by it, which is cool. And then you have another one of these boxes here where you can open them up and then get electrocuted in. I don't know, it's these weird high voltage boxes. And then we have this other one too, which kind of looks like it hangs on a wall or something. I'm not sure with that one. And then here we have a high voltage box, which is one of the bigger props. So this one kind of is like those transmission boxes where they store a lot of high voltage electricity in them. So yes, and the electricity effect too, which you do if you click it. And then we have another one here, which also kind of serves the same purpose a little bit, but probably for those smaller ones. And then we have this one here, which is like another variant. Oh, actually, it's the same one, I think. Yeah, it's the same one. And then we go over here, we have this one as well. Sounds pretty cool, so you can get electrocuted by those as well if you want to. And then we have this guy, which I don't really know what he is. I'm not too sure what that one is. Same with this one. It looks like just a bunch of poles or something. And then we have this electrical thing right here. It kind of like, it's like a fuse box. It kind of looks like a little fuse box, but you still do get electrocuted by it. And then the last one is a massive transmission tower, which is what it is. So this one is honestly pretty huge, I'm not gonna lie. This is one of those transmission lines you see in real life, which I have actually seen this in real life before, believe it or not. You might not seen it. Maybe you live in a different country, because I'm sure not all countries have these in them, but these are called transmission lines. And yes, they store a lot of electricity to them, which is pretty cool. And this one, yes, this one is pretty tall as well. And then, going into it, you can see all the new stuff. So, to view it with the eye, you can actually view it. And then it highlights it in as blue, so you can actually see it. So you can, like, view everything as well from a camera, which is pretty cool. And then you can just, like, go and view everything just back and forth like this. So I'm spectating this right now. I don't know why they made it so you could spectate props, but yeah, I guess that's how that is, I guess. It kind of goes in order, too, of how you place it a little bit. So yeah, that's also pretty cool. And then to exit, you can just do this. And then if you actually wanted to save it, you could actually hit save. So overwrite build 1 with 13 props. Props on houses or vehicles will not be saved. So if you do put props on vehicles or houses, it will not save. It will not save those props that you put on the houses. But I think everything outside of it, it does still save, which is pretty cool. So yes, it still saves all that for you, which is cool. Which is pretty cool. But I'm going to go ahead and delete everything right here. And then there we go. So no props are in the server, which I manage them as well. So that's pretty cool. But they did talk about the server-wide announcements, which I'm kind of actually trying to figure that out. What is this? Prop marker model is now hidden. It's now visible. What is that? Okay, I don't know what that... I honestly don't even know what that means. So, oh yeah, so server. So this is the server announcement in the private server controls here. So you can enter a server announcement. So like, hello, for example. Like I've been saying. And then it automatically send it there as well. And then you can also set music. So say hello. And then it says hello to the whole server, which is kind of a server-wide announcement, is basically what it is. So let's say 10 seconds. So let's say hello server. And then Merry Christmas, just for the gist of it. There we go. So it stays on for 10 seconds. So it says hello server, Merry Christmas, which is the server-wide announcement that they were talking about. So yes, that is the server-wide announcement, as you can see right there. And then you have the regular options here as well, which is all the admin and props like that. And then the server stuff right there. But yes, guys, I think that was pretty much it to talk about. If you did enjoy, make sure leaving a like, subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!